Hey guys, what are you doing? Why not come hang out with DJ Strick, man? I got a great show for you today. So today's show, we are recapping 2025, what really worked, what didn't work. Like, what are some wins? What are some losses from the year? Why not talk about them together? Like, in this very much so safe place. Like, I'm not just saying that for you. I am saying that for me today. And let me get while we get everybody to come on, let me get this music going, and I'm also pulling up the Zoom link. I want to be sure that you have the Zoom link. Why not come hang out? And it's always somebody that wants to come on and talk about some of these great things that we're going to be sharing today. So I want you to come through, if you don't mind. Come hang out with me, making sure my setup in here is just right. And I like to monitor the show to, make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be, that I'm coming through in 4K like I'm supposed to. And I think I am. So everything will be just fine. So if you can, go ahead. Again, do me a favor. Let me know you are watching and where you are watching from. So don't be afraid to just scream at me. Just use text to do it. Or if you want to come on in, I'm actually putting in the chat right now a way for you to join me on the Zoom. The Zoom link is another way, instead of just being inside of the community and talking in text. If you want to be on video, this is Ecamm. Like, the best way for you to practice is actually be on somebody else's show. Like, you can always be on my show. Like, why not? You could be like Kirk. Just come through when you can. What's up, Kirk? I know I see you in a minute, man. This is going to be a great show. I'm really anticipating all of the things that we could talk about on this show, because why not take an opportunity to look back on 2025, what worked and what did not work? Well, howdy to you as well. Marianne is saying howdy, so back at you. Okay, thank you for coming through. And while I say that, I think Mary Ann actually joined Ecamm in 2025. Mary Ann, please let me know if I'm right or not. And she is a rising star in our community. So much so that for the Black Friday deal, the sponsored commercial from Ecamm featured Mary Ann on it. And she did an excellent job talking about her experience with Ecamm. So it was November 29th when she joined. Maybe that's 2024? Maybe that's 2024 that you joined, November 2024. Because I know you've been around longer than last month. Yeah, there we go. We got it right. I'm just sure, because sometimes I'll miss it too. Sometimes I would miss it as well. So I'm very glad that you're here, and what a awesome person to be around and to know. And so I know who she is, and I think that you guys should know who she is as well. She says she's still waking up because it's Monday over where she is, and in Australia. So thank you for coming through today and being a part of the show. What worked for you? There was a lot of things that I can say on my end that worked for me. And I'm leaving like a big part of what I missed. I'm going to leave that towards the end. I'm going to come back to like one of my biggest fails. And I think it's a fail because it's not a fail because I learned. So it's a positive and negative things, but something I'm going to do different in 2026 that I didn't do in 2025. And it's kind of like, as you do this content creation thing, everything changes so very fast, especially when you focus on this show at being a live streamer. So this is a live streaming show that's just one part of what Ecamm Live does. So I'm a featured show on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, in Australia, that's, I think, 7, 8, something like that in the morning on Monday. However, there's so much other content. How does this time benefit Ecamm and benefit the Ecamm fam? So I like to build off community. For all of you guys that are watching, this is for you, right? This is community for everybody that's on. And then how can we not only have community, have fun, but also learn some things as things change. Equipment changes, updates, new products, new features from Ecamm, which is always cool to kind of work around. And there's Gretchen. How are you doing, ma'am? Thank you for coming through today. So there's so many different things that comes up in a year. This show is built to talk about all that while we have community all together. Okay. And yes, I got you, Gretchen. She's saying hello to not just me, but all the fam as well. So there's a couple things that I wrote down today as I kind of did a walkthrough for my own show, which is the playlist inside of Ecamm, the stream show. So this is not my own channel. This is, well, actually I have two other channels. So this is just the stream show. And I want to go down some things that actually work. Now, I will tell you this. If you're watching, there's going to be an opportunity for you as well to tell me what worked for you. All right, so there's some questions that I have for you. And I tell you what, I'll just do that first. I'll give you an opportunity to kind of work out some things first. So let me see if I have this already. Here we go. Something for you to think about. I'm going to come back to this, so you'll see it already. What was your favorite episode from 2025? Not from the stream show. Your personal favorite episode. Your personal, I got to get this out. I got to pronounce these words. Your personal favorite show on your own show, your own channel. Like, what was the best show that you did in 2025? I'll ask another question. What tool changed your workflow this year? So be thinking about that. What topic do you want to see more of in 2026? And that's probably from me, and, topic for me and topic for you. What do you want to see yourself do more of? And what do you want to see more of from the stream show? I could really use suggestions, okay? I'm open to it. This is a safe place episode. Okay, it's just going to be us. We're going to be talking. All right. And creators, what did you learn in 2025? And then what worked and what's next? Okay. All of that. I think that's my last one. So those are the questions. We're going to come back to those questions. So get ready to answer those questions. And for now, what I want to do is talk about some things that are some of the things that I learned about my own channel this year. And there he is. David Hunt is coming through. Let's go, sir. Good to see you today. Good to see you. Thank you for coming through. So let's check this out. March 7th, excuse me. I don't know why I said that. I'm clearly looking at April, and I said March. So April 7th, 2025, I did a show, and this show was with Justin Brown, and it's Mastering YouTube Growth. That was my highest viewed show in 2025. My highest viewed show in 2025. I thought it was great. Not only did I have, Justin Brown to me is like one of the best when it comes to YouTube growth. That's what his business is built off of, teaching people how to grow their YouTube channel. To have him on my show is a pure honor. So, Justin, thank you for coming through. You always make the difference. And I can say a lot of things about YouTube growth. That's what you do, right? You do it well. So the advice that you give during that time is meaningful, not only to the Ecamm fam, but also to me as well. So thank you for always being willing to come on the show. And get ready for my email for 2026. I know I got to have you back. All right, August the 15th, there was a show for home studios, must have. That was another great show. So home studios, must have. I went down and talked about some of the products that everybody should have in their home studio, especially with Ecamm. And that's always a great show. We love talking about equipment. I don't know why. We just really, really like talking about equipment. So as I'm talking about mine, if you guys are close to your computer, just open up another tab while you listen to me. and go through your YouTube and see what some of in your analytics. You can actually do 2025. It'll do a whole year for you, and you can see what shows worked, what shows didn't work, and all that. I'm actually going to run through the gamut on what I was able to see really, really quick from YouTube and the Ecamm channel, along with my playlist. Okay, so the playlist for the stream show, I have all of that listed. My next show was August 4th. And this show right here is probably in two categories. Because I asked a question, what was your favorite episode in 2025? That question is going to come up for all of you. So get ready to answer that. If you haven't written those questions down, this is the first one, so you can be prepared. What's your favorite episode from 2025? This was my favorite episode in 2025. And it was the home studio review that I did with Kurt R. Nugent. Listen, when I went to Huntsville, which is only an hour and a half or so away from me, and hung out with him in his home studio, in his home, and then I just felt at home. I felt the family aspect of what we do, and it was super cool. It was super cool. No longer that I have to be jealous of Tanya for going. Tanya Smith, she actually went and hung out there. I had a chance to do it, and I feel so much better that I did. And Aubrey is hanging out with us, so good to see you. Glad you come through. And yes, Kirk, it was a great show. And let me tell you something, that one is one for the books. It really is. I think it's going to also stand the test of time. My other show that did well, I'm listing a couple here, is I'm sorry, I was reading a text message coming in. My son text messaged me that he made it to his destination, and that made me stop. I'm just glad he got to where he was going. July 21st, 2025, the changing landscape of content creation. I did that show, which Eric, I'm sorry, I put you up, but I didn't say anything. Eric, hello, sir. How are you doing? Thank you for coming through. We're talking about 2025, what actually worked, what didn't, and what we've learned from 2025 that we could take into 2026. That's my quick overview. I'm going down the list of some of the shows that actually hit, giving you some of the titles and a little bit of the behind the scenes of what those shows were all about. I think that in the middle of this year, so July, in the middle of this year, things started. I had to talk about the changes, okay? One of the changes that was made when it comes to, and it had already been made, I was just reporting on it, but we have changed from social media to what Gary Vee, Sean Cannell, all of those guys call interest media. So it no longer, what you're putting online, social media stuff or Facebook and Instagram and all of that, it doesn't matter how many followers you have, how many people that are connected to you. What you have to do is post an interest. And I think this is actually the TikTok model that people have navigated towards because it really doesn't matter how many people are connected with you, who's following you. If you have something that's interesting that is done right, the algorithm will pick you up, and it will just really, really make you flow. So, James, thank you for coming through. I really need you, James Hicks, to think about some of this stuff. Look, while I'm talking, man, if you can kind of look through some of the things that you did, it's just a great exercise that we can all do together. What worked in 2025? Like, what were my top videos? What did I talk about that really resonated with people? And then we're going to do the next thing and say what didn't work. You know, I think that's important too. Like sometimes some of your best videos are the biggest flops, or what you thought would be your best videos would be your biggest flops. So, you know, I'm talking about them all. And my next one is November 10th. I did the Black Friday show, and that was a big show as far as viewership. Content-wise, I felt like I failed just a little bit. I feel like the next year I'm going to do the week before Black Friday is when I need to do that show. I tried to do it the second week of November, and then people just didn't have the Black Friday for the companies that we want to know about. You know, Walmart, Amazon, they had their Black Friday stuff out. They would have that out in October, but a lot of companies were kind of holding back on what they were going to release for Black Friday, and it wasn't a lot of content on those specials. They have what they call holiday specials. And I'm like, man, where are all these Black Friday deals? And I was a week early, so much so that I had to do a part two because I felt like I needed to talk about these things that's out there for people to purchase. So I had to kind of do the show again. Like, who does that? I did. I'm sorry. But, you know, it's for my idea of doing the show twice. Having a part two to the show, that's where you get a little bit of flexibility for being a live stream host. We made that first show work by using some different techniques to engage the people, but I really didn't have as much information from some of the major companies out there on their Black Friday deals. We were going directly to the sites and nothing was updated. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I want to get this information out. But the idea for me was to help you. I didn't really purchase anything for Black Friday. Did you guys get anything on Black Friday that you just saw a super deal that you just had to have? I didn't. I did not. Well, I take that back. The algorithm got me with AppSumo. And on YouTube, the guy was going down all the AppSumo deals for Black Friday. And I picked up a couple of, it's real quiet, I picked up a couple of new apps. And just like all of us, when we get new equipment that we don't really need, I hadn't even opened up the apps yet. It happens, right? But when I do, I got the new app Reap that's supposed to be something similar to Opus Clips. I need to check it out. It was kind of cheap, you know. I got a subscription to Opus Clips, and I just paid one-time lifetime membership to Reap. So who knows what'll happen? Will it actually replace what I use Opus Clips for? You never know. It's a competitor to it. Okay, so there you go. But a new Canon 45 minutes. Oh, you have to have the 45. You know, that's a great focal length. So there you go. And I'm sure you got a great deal on it. I'm sure you researched it and it just came out great, Gretchen. I'm sure you did. Okay, so now I need you guys to help me out. So David said he didn't buy anything. Did anybody else buy something? Just let me know. And also, if you had a show, just give me one or two shows that you did. You can put them in the comments. These are shows that just hit for you in 2025. Okay? These are shows that absolutely hit for you in 2025. Just put them down. I will bring them up on in the comments so people can see them. These shows for you that hit in 2025. I want to know what they were. While you're doing this, I'm going to talk about some shows that didn't hit in 2025. Like, oh my gosh. Some of these shows, I really thought I was doing something, okay? I really thought I was doing something. So let me give you the first two, and then we'll get Eric's comment up here. So in September 15th, I did a show talking about your story, how important your story is in your content. Oh, man. Let me get the sound effects right. Because I thought I was doing something. Let me see if I get the right one here. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's it. It's the green button on my Rodecaster Pro. So I got it. Nobody wanted to talk about their story. Like, guys, that show to me was one of the shows I felt like I was most prepared for. I was on an airplane flight, and while I'm on the airplane flight, you know, I didn't have a lot of Wi-Fi or whatever, so I normally go to Audible and listen to a book while I'm flying, right, for the hour, 2 hours or whatever. My wife absolutely does not like talking on a plane, so it's our quiet time. So I'm listening to The Story Brand. Y'all know the book, The Story Brand. I'm listening to that, and I was like, man, I really want to share this. So I actually did the research, and I packaged it up. I got my deck planned out for everybody, and I'm going through the deck, and we're talking about how to build a story and how big story is, and nobody liked it, right? Nobody liked it. Yay, that's a great show and topic. So I thought it was a great show. I thought it was an excellent topic, but nobody watched. It happens, right? And it may be one of those shows that hits next year in 2026 in the replay, because on YouTube everything is on demand, right? It's on demand, so it's okay. It might pick up next year. Somebody might see, hey man, having a story is so important. Who else talked about story? And then they'll search and they'll see me on the thumbnail. Podcast heroes. I probably should not have added this one to the list because I do not want anybody to feel bad. But Podcast Heroes was another one of those shows that I thought would really hit home because Joseph Swift, who is a part of the Ecamm family, actually was highlighted on that show because he did one of the first AI-generated movies called Podcast Heroes, and it was about him and his mother helping other podcasters in the area, people that want to tell their story. He helps them build it, and I thought it was an excellent show. Okay, I thought it was an excellent show, and it was a highlight of somebody from our community that had actually made a movie. Before it was even easy to do, Joseph actually did that. So big shouts out to him. And, we might have to run that back again with a little bit more promotion so people will come through and actually watch. So let's go to some of these comments here and see what we can come up with. And this is Eric. I was disappointed this year. No interesting Black Friday offers. Too bad. Next year, come again. Yes, so I didn't think it was anything that interesting either. And I'm not really sure why a lot of the companies didn't really go into it. I think everybody's still kind of scared about these tariffs and what that means. And, if they really run through all of their stuff in one season, the next thing they have to ship in is all tariff stuff. Something for you to think about. My most impactful show happened recently. I read on a book, Kindness on the World Kindness Day, and my bucket filter badges went all in, and we launched a campaign to make 2026 the global year of kindness. Gretchen, that's awesome. I hope I read all that right too, but that's awesome that you had the show to go well, and just the idea of wanting other people to be kind, I think that's cool. We all could be kinder to each other. All right? Cool. Thank you, Gretchen, for sharing that. And Eric is back. We already Ecamm customers, right? Yeah, that was a great deal Ecamm had too. Yeah, Ecamm had a really, really great deal. And, that happens because Ecamm is still growing, and to get new customers for them could go a long way. I want you to be prepared, guys, to be thinking about this. What is your favorite episode in 2025? These questions are coming up really soon. I'm going to ask, so please write them down and be ready to answer them a little later. What tool changed your workflow this year? What topic do you want to see more of in 2026? That's for me, if you could answer that question as a suggestion for me. And also think about it for yourself as well. And then creators, what did you learn in 2025? That's important. And what worked, what didn't, what's next? I want to know all of those things from you guys. In just a minute, we'll talk about it. So once I get started, I'm just telling you that ahead of time so you'll have time to answer those questions. So I did the top 2 shows that didn't really work so well in 2025. Let's keep going. In October 13th, I did a show that I just put a lot of work in, like how to repurpose your long form content. Kilo man, hey, thank you so very much for coming through. Thank you for being a part of it. And we got a good one here for you. So we're going back and thinking about 2025, what worked, what didn't work. And I just shared my repurposing show. I actually did a guide for this show and everything. Now the guide is going well. This QR code is still on my screen from that show. Like I haven't updated it. I haven't did another guide. So it's a guide on how to take your long form content to make short form clips that you can use with your social media. I just still feel like when it comes to reels, shorts, and all this other kind of stuff, I really feel like you already have the content. If you are a live streamer, you have already developed the content. Now you can have anywhere from 15 seconds to 3 minutes of a short or a reel that can go on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. My Instagram and Facebook is connected so much so that if I post on Instagram, which I like to post on Instagram first, it actually feeds my Facebook. And then both of them are able to grow at the same time. I can see the analytics or how it's been clicked on and all the other kind of stuff. And then I do have, the one problem I do have about repurposing, I do feel like you need to do it from a device. I believe the system knows, like if you're using a third party or not. I don't think YouTube or TikTok really cares as much. I know Instagram and Facebook really, really cares. Okay. So you have to figure that out. And what else is there? Just so you know, I thought the repurposing show was good. I'm going to do that again, maybe sometime in 2026. I just think that, number one, things change all the time. Workflows change. So understanding what the workflow is to help people, because I don't know, I believe that there's a group of us in the Ecamm family that would much rather do live streaming. To stream live. We would much rather stream live than to produce, edit it, and all the stuff that it takes to do some type of a show that you see on YouTube. Now, I do have a podcast that's edited and all the bells and whistles, right? But with that podcast, I do the same thing. I actually put it in Opus Clips. I bring the clips out. I put it in the captions. Captions does its little AI edits with the captions and B-roll, and boom, I have short form videos that I can just toss up to my social media, and it's really, really that simple. Okay, so those are things that we're doing. Highlight of the year, Ecamm Creator Camp. Man, David, I'm glad you were able to go to that, brother. I really am. It's a really, really big deal. Win a couple of years, and it is, to be honest, life-changing. So kudos to you, man. And yes, live is more fun, Mr. Brent Collins. What's up, sir? Thank you for chiming in. I think live is a little bit more interesting. And with a live show, I really have an opportunity to, to pull those clips. And it doesn't take much on my end. It doesn't take much to edit them and put them up from those clips. All right, so let's keep going. Things that didn't work in 2025 are shows that were kind of like on the low end of the viewership. I'll just say it that way. So March 10th, I did a show, user-generated content. Why didn't y'all watch that? That was a great one. I love the topic because I feel like in the future, user-generated content, even with AI coming on, and I have seen some companies that I used to work with that are using AI to do their user-generated content. God bless you. All right. I do believe the human aspect, okay, is going to still be the thing that you want to do. Right. I really do feel like it because, to be honest with you, AI is cool, but whoever is prompting it and putting it together, you still have to pay them good money. Not only is the program that they're running on cost, their know-how and their skill to do it cost you, all right? It'd be better off having that person do something else in marketing and you give a real human a script to read and allow them to get it together. Just my opinion. But I do feel like as a content creator, if you really want to monetize, one of the ways that you can monetize is making user-generated content for these brands. I believe that's going to be a bigger deal. And if we figure it out, if you sit down and figure it out, I really feel like you get a lot out of it. But that show, it didn't do so well. And that being said, February 10th, I did a show on content strategy. What are you guys doing, man? You didn't watch the show. That was one of my better shows. I like that show, and I like talking strategy. But for whatever reason, now I will say this, just because I liked it, just because we talk strategy and all the other kind of stuff that goes into doing a show, and it doesn't get the viewership, doesn't mean the show wasn't good. There's a lot to get people up on a Sunday to come to the stream show to watch this. So I appreciate everybody that does do that. That is a really, really big deal to me. But there's marketing that goes into it. There's awareness that goes into it. There's a bunch of things that actually go into these things working. And sometimes it's just timing. It's just timing. So you have to figure that all out. And when the timing is off, it just is. Guess what I do? Get ready for the next Sunday show. You got to get ready for the next show, because it could be a show for whatever reason that, in your mind wasn't planned out well. And because of timing, people were. So say, if I ever look back, I haven't had a chance to do this yet. I believe the shows, and this is just my belief, I could be wrong, but the shows on Sunday night where there is a Monday holiday in the States, I'm sure they go over a little better, because people are not getting ready to go to work on Monday. They can actually sit down and watch the show and be a part of the show. It turns into a holiday, like a additional Saturday night. And but they're at home because they would traditionally be at home on Sunday, so they just watch. I got to go through and actually look at those dates and see if I'm right about that, but I think I would be. All right, so how can you do this when you're having issues with Ecamm? That is a really, really good question. And it all depends on what problems or issues you may be having with Ecamm, because a lot of times people have issues with Ecamm, and it's actually their equipment. Ecamm is a software that is on your computer. So if you don't have the right computer, if you don't have it connected right, if you don't have your mics connected and everything just done right, yeah, it would seem like it's an Ecamm problem, but there's really more of a problem with some of the external things, the reason why Ecamm is not working right. So I've been with Ecamm since 2019, somewhere like that. And I'm actually running most of the time, I'm 100% on the beta. So if there was ever crashes or something that wasn't going to work right, it would definitely happen in the beta group. And I always run on beta. And I'm just telling you that, I run it a lot. I'm at least using it, how many times? At least twice a week. I'm on Ecamm Live. At least twice a week. That's at the minimum. Okay, but you can always inbox me if you need a little help. And more importantly, our system that you can chat with, if you're having a problem, you can actually send them. There's a file inside of your Ecamm where if you're having issues, they can look at it and kind of get an idea of what the problem may be. And that's our help desk. Just go to the help desk. Have them help you out. Again, you can always inbox me. You can find me on social media and say, hey, Strick, this is the problem I'm having. And I may be able to talk through it or find somebody that can. We'll get somebody on the line so that your Ecamm can work better. Okay. Again, I'm someone that's been using it for a while. And I don't have an issue with the software. Okay, and again, I'm on the beta part of it. And if there's something that could go wrong, it will. Yeah, you can speak to me one-on-one. Yeah, please send me a message, Facebook or Instagram. Just DM me, and I'll find it, and we'll talk. I like doing one-on-ones, man. Okay, I really do. I really do. And David, dude, thanks for checking in here with the Ecamm fam. I do appreciate you. You should throw out a topic poll so folks that take part in the polls, and we definitely make time to attend. Okay. So let me be sure I'm reading this right. You should throw out a topic poll so folks taking part The poll would definitely make the time to attend. A poll on what? Tell me what my poll should be on. I would love to hear more details on that. Like as far as if there's an event or something, like tell me what I should do. Because I don't mind making polls, man. That's what we do. While he's answering that question, I want you guys to get ready because just in a few minutes, we're going to go over this question. What was your favorite episode in 2025? And I'm talking about the episode that you did. What was your favorite episode in 2025? Let me know because I would love to hear about what you had going on, okay, in 2025. Because you just never know. I don't, you just never know. So let me do this. I want to go ahead and add my guy in to the show. I knew he was coming. Just didn't know when. But he's here. I think he's here. He's still coming. He's got me waiting. Okay.
Oh, snap. What happened?
I don't know. There you go. One more time. There he is. Okay, go back. There he is.
I was like, wait, I thought I was on there.
Yeah, you called in. It wasn't already ready.
Got it.
Hey,
got
hey,
it. Got
David, man, I really enjoyed the conversation I had with Kirk at his house. Man, Kirk, I think you just need to open it up, man, where people can come hang out with you at the house.
Listen, I'm open. I am open to the concept, the idea, but yeah, man, no, it was definitely cool having you come through and hang out. And then what people don't know is that I've gotten a chance to return the favor. So I've actually gotten a chance to, well, first of all, actually, let me say it this way. We hung out at your studio first.
Did we?
And yeah.
Hold on. I mean, I gotta get you here. We did.
Yeah, we hung out.
We did.
We hung out at your studio first. Actually, we did a stream show from where you're sitting right now. We did a stream show from there.
It's tight in here, man. It's tight in here. It's not like your setup, brother.
Hey, it's but not like we made it work.
We did make it work, and it was cool. It was cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Hey, man, can y'all take a screenshot of this? You know, me and Kirk on and David is saying every time you are live is my favorite show. Man, how much money I got to send you, brother? Just let me know. Listen, what do you need? What do you need?
David is gonna be very, very well paid. That's all I can say.
Right.
It's gonna be very well paid.
So here we go. Any topic you want to have, but get the audience involved in voting what the next topic should be. I like that. Thank you for detailing it. You would already have a count of how many people voted, and you can go to your count of attendees. Man, that's a really, really good idea.
That's a really good idea. I like that.
It's a really good.
It's a good idea. But I the coach in me comes out on these kinds of moments where I'm just like, yeah, you have to be careful with that. You have to give your audience parameters around what that content can be, because if the audience says, hey, we want you to talk about hair and makeup on the next stream show,
I can do it, Kirk. Kirk, I could do it. Let me. The problem that I have with what you're just about to say is that I have what do you call it? My confidence is a little bit more than it should be on how I can present. I'll do a show on makeup, but it would be the worst makeup show you would ever seen in your life. Okay?
They don't want that.
They don't want that.
And for the most part, listen, I'm being funny, but I'm also not being funny. Like for the most part, your audience isn't going to ask you anything ridiculous. That I can say for the most part, your audience is not going to ask you anything ridiculous. But if they ask you to do something that just isn't quite your lane, you have to be true to your core content. You got to be true to your core content. But I love that. I love the comment. I love the idea. Involving your audience is such a great idea. But here's the other thing too. I mean, you always want to go live. Anytime you have a live show, you always want to tell people, a good rule of thumb is to let people into what the next one is going to be, because then it kind of creates that momentum. So even if you were to do like, let's vote on, give me your ideas around what I'm going to do for a subsequent live show, maybe not necessarily the next live show, but maybe like a couple down the road. Like it's like, okay, hey, we're putting together our content calendar for January.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time to kind of start submitting some things, and that could be a great thing to
Well, I
settle
think he was
on as well.
responding, Kirk, to one of the questions I'm going to go through, and we're going to go through tonight to the audience. So I want everybody's ready. But he may have been thinking
Let's
about
go.
suggestions for 2026 because that's one of the questions we're going to be asking. So I think that's all part of it. Here we go. So let me go back to these comments here.
Yo,
Listen,
David
there's
Hunt's
another one screenshotted to my favorite people on our screen. I hope that you have us on, like, not just a computer screen, but I hope you have us on a TV. Like, I need to be on the tube.
DJ Gretchen on the ones and twos. Come on. Love it.
Hey, man, thank you for being here. Howdy to you as well.
What's going on, Wanderer?
Just came up with 3 topics that mesh with the others, and you know what's the best, hottest request. Yes, at Kirk. So I agree with that 100%. I like the idea. Okay, question. Can you sing your favorite Christmas songs for us? Oh, my God.
I knew that. I was waiting for you to get to that one because I was like, yeah. And then his follow-up comment is not not a ridiculous ask, except that it is.
That part, right? So
Except that it
David, if we have Christmas songs, so let's just say this now. I'm gonna put it out there now. December 21st, David. All right, I am doing our Christmas show, the Ecamm Christmas show. Come through and please serenade us, okay, with some Christmas songs. And if we get enough people in Zoom, maybe we can do Christmas carols together. Now, that's an idea.
Gonna be different.
That's an idea, right?
That is a definite idea. Have David come through and do the heavy lifting.
Yeah, definitely.
Craig says, this is my first time commenting, and I'm addicted to Ecamm. You're in the right place, man.
Yes,
I'm addicted to Ecamm. I literally just left a broadcast or a live stream that was taking place, and I did a whole Ecamm like tutorial for them as they were getting ready to go live. I was like, let's go.
That's
you guys be fine. And let me tell you something. There's nothing better. There's nothing better than showing somebody who is a fan of Ecamm new things that they didn't know about Ecamm. There's nothing better.
Oh, I bet.
Especially for a fanboy like me, because it's like, no, but did you know they could do this?
Right.
And then as I'm talking, they're like, but if you do that, could you do this? And I'm like, oh yeah, you can. And they're like, oh my gosh.
That's good stuff.
No, Ecamm is just great. It's great.
So David, if you'll commit to doing it on the 21st, man, I'll put it out there and I'll definitely advertise it so people will come on and sing with us.
21st. I'm trying to think of when it's 21st. I think
it's a Sunday, of course. It's Sunday. Sunday before Christmas.
I want to say the 21st is I'm doing a master class on that side, but I should be done. But by the time you're live, yeah.
Brother,
I should be done by the time
we'll put the singing in the middle of the show, so no worries. Hey, you want to hear some interesting things about the show, though? There you go. He said, "I got you." Oh man. We're gonna have us a choir, brother. Enjoy this show so much. I've listened and watching while I'm painting and recording art short for Kindness World Day. Well, thank you so very much. Thank you, Gretchen, for doing that. And I need to be louder, I'm sure. So please turn me up. For my DJ days, man, Kirk, I used to always say that. Kirk is using the trial. But I know, right? Sent an email last week and still been waiting to hear back. Been watching a lot of tutorials online and really enjoying Ecamm. So, yeah, Ecamm is really cool, man. There's a lot of great features here that you can learn from and do some really, really good things. I want to say if you are have any type of broadcasting background or have used any type of broadcast system, Ecamm is very intuitive. Things are where they're supposed to be. And if it's not, guess what? They give you the ability to move them. So If you have any questions, man, I can help with, just like I told the guy earlier, please inbox me, DJ Strick on all platforms, or at Strick City on the platforms. At DJ Strick or at Strick City, you can find me, and I'll help you with whatever you need, man. No problem. Hey, listen, I can't sing that well at all, but guess what? When we do it
Come on
together,
through.
I'm sure we'll
Come
sound
on
good.
through.
So I do have a little bit of sound engineering, so I may be able to say, hey, if you can you turn your mic down just a little bit? And if we turn it down low enough, guess what? You'll sound beautiful, especially if we turn it all the way off. Appreciate it, truly, Mrs. Sanders. Proof. No problem. No problem at all. So let me do this, Kurt. I got to go through some of these things, and then I'm going to help you. You're going to help me answer some of these questions along with people that are in the comments. For whatever reason, people are really, really commenting today, and I do appreciate it.
Okay,
So
let's go. Can I say something to Tyrell Jackson?
Let's
say
see.
something to Tyrell?
Yes.
Yeah. So Tyrell, I think I'm saying that right. Tyrell Jackson, Mr. Jackson. Listen, one of the things I would recommend is just because I know it sounds like you're waiting on a reply back from the support team at Ecamm. Also make sure you join the Facebook group and post something there as well, just to kind of crowdsource that answer. And I would even add, I hope this is okay, DJ Strick, if the question isn't too off topic, if it's not too hard, just drop it here too.
Not a problem.
We don't mind helping. We don't mind. I mean, if it's something that we could easily just be like, oh yeah, for that you do this, then we don't mind. But if it is indeed something that support needs to take care of, then you've done the right thing. But make sure to exhaust all of those opportunities. We've all been there, trying to make sure that we, kind of get some things situated and get some things tweaked. But yeah, I mean, I was working with somebody, DJ, I was working with somebody last week, and we were talking about, Ecamm, and he's just like, yeah, it just doesn't work for me, blah, 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 blah. And I was just dumbfounded, in terms of what could possibly be the issue. And we were talking. And then we ended up being in the same space the next day. And I was looking at his laptop and I was like, bruh, is this what you're running Ecamm on? He was like, yeah, why? I was like, no, man.
Right.
No, bruh. No. I said, you shouldn't even be running Microsoft Word on that, much less Ecamm. So, I'm not trying to shade anybody. I'm just also saying from the perspective of, you set yourself up for success. Set yourself up for success. Do the things that are recommended so that you have the best experience. I have a 2006 Acura TSX. It runs on premium fuel. It's back in that time frame when cars, they quote unquote premium cars, they wanted them to run on premium fuel. And I'll be honest with you, y'all, it really hurts my pocket every time I go to the gas station, because I have tried to put regular unleaded in that car, and I almost had to drain the tank because the car was running like trash. I had to set myself up for success. And I hope that makes sense. I just want to kind of share that because sometimes I do, I get the DMs as well. Ecamm doesn't do that. Ecamm. I'm just kind of like, man, I don't know, fam. I mean, if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's okay. I always tell people Ecamm works the way my brain works. So it's intuitive to me. It just makes sense to me. And I understand that that's not for everybody. But when you haven't actually even set yourself up for success, it's like, oh yeah, well, I'm on my phone and my guest is on their phone and they're on mobile data. And I can't understand why it's choppy. And I'm just kind of like,
yeah,
help me.
That'll do it.
You're not setting yourself up for success. So I just wanted to put that out there as well. Just a little something, because that's not just for Ecamm. I want to just say that, across the board, 2025, 2020, going into 2026, set yourself up for success, fam. Set yourself up for success. Set yourself up for success. Have you ever seen a runner at the starting line as the race is getting ready? They're not focused on anything else. They're setting themselves up for success. They want a good launch so they can have a good race, so they can have a good finish. And it's all about that mindset, the perspective, the ingredients that you put into what it is you're trying to achieve. And it baffles my mind whenever I hear people doing the minimum and they're expecting the maximum. I'm gonna stop there.
I get it though. This is all good stuff. I'm not saying a word. I'm not saying a word because Matt is chiming in and saying, "Hey, the dynamic duo is there." Hello to
Let's
you, sir. Hello
go.
to you,
Let's
sir.
go.
Man, we got to get some fans, man, from him. We really do. Um, well
Awesome
said.
fun things
Right there
is an
your way with it.
amazing. No, listen, I want to say this as well. I always like to say this publicly, especially as we get to the end of the year. I was listening as I was driving home. It took me way longer to get home than normal. I don't know what's going on. Huntsville's not that big a city. Like
It's getting
y'all
there,
wild out
brother.
here. Okay,
It's
it's
getting
not
there.
that big. It's really not that big. Not for us to be having traffic on a Sunday. But what I'll say is this: I was listening to Strick talk about some of his favorite shows and different things like that, trying my best not to type and drive. But I wanted to say this, that I just want to affirm you, Steven Strickland, Mr. DJ Strick. I want to
Check him out.
affirm you for 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 just holding space here, man. I mean,
Appreciate
literally
it.
Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. One of the Sunday after Sunday after Sunday, you come into this space and you open up the doors and you answer questions and you provide information and feedback. You do the prep work, and it's a lot of times unsung. It's a lot of times, it's thankless work, unfortunately. But your thanks comes in other ways as people start to get it, as people start to have their aha moments, as you see that light bulb go on.
That's right.
I know that also refuels you as it does me as well. But I just wanted to affirm you for that. I did at the prompting of my coach earlier in the summer. I decided to stop streaming for a month. I literally just said, "Okay, I'm done." He's like, "You're." I mean, let me not get to the punchline too soon. But he said, "Stop streaming for a month." So I did, and at the end of that month, I was getting ready to go back and start streaming again, and I started getting these consult sessions booked. Right? I mean, people were paying for the full fee for my consult session. It's not ridiculously expensive, but it's not a drop in the pond either. So people were paying the full fee. And one guy came on the consult call, and I get on there. I'm like, "Hey man," I see him in the comments on my live stream all the time. I'm like, "Hey bro, thanks so much for booking the time. What's up? What are we working on today?" I'm pulling up my sleeves. I'm like, "Let's go." And he's like, "Honestly, I don't really have anything to work on. I just booked the time because by the third Wednesday, when I recognized you weren't live, it occurred to me that you don't have to show up.
Wow.
Like, you don't have to show up. And every Wednesday that I needed help, you were there and I was able to get my questions answered. And it occurred to me on that third Wednesday that you weren't there. Like, this guy doesn't, because I was tempted to be upset that you weren't there.
Wow.
And it occurred to me, like, wait a minute, he doesn't have to show up. He shows up and he's consistent because he wants to help. And me booking this consult session and paying your full $500 fee is me saying thank you for the work you've already done. And I'm just saying that, maybe we need to put DJ's Cash App up on the screen real quick as we pass the plate. But I'm saying for the rest of us who have been coming Sunday by Sunday by Sunday by Sunday, right, to this space, where this space has been helping you. This space has been giving you a safe space to talk and learn and ask questions and explore new things. This space has been encouraging you, inspiring you. You've taken notes from this space. You've launched businesses from this space. You've learned new things from this space. I'm simply saying to all the rest of you guys, he doesn't have to show up. And I'm simply saying, thanks.
I appreciate
Thank you for being consistent, bro. Best show, worst show, duds, whatever. You were consistent, and that's the W for 2025, my friend. And I just want to say a word of thanks to you.
Hey, I appreciate you saying that. And I want to be honest with you. I learned this early on with the Ecamm family and for online communities. It was Alicia Way that kind of got me started into this.
Oh, my guy.
Doing some reviews for Vlogmas. That's basically how I started inside of the family going live. It was with him. He was doing it live, so he just said, "Hey, man, why don't we do it together?" So I went on with him, and we were just giving some feedback. My feedback was coming off of what I had been learning for live streamers, people that are making content live stream wise, because they were doing it every day. And a lot of that information was coming from Doc Rock and was a part of Doc Rock's community. And I get it. You know, I supported him. You know, I'm not saying that in the beginning his community wasn't thousands of dollars, but it was something that I could give to say, hey, thank you for all the
Thank you
information.
for
I
there
put
you
in
go.
hours and hours and hours watching this guy, and I still watch him on a weekly basis, whatever he's got going on with his, you know, multiple shows that he's doing now. And that being said, I want to be able to give back to a community that helped me so that I can help them the way I was helped. I hope that makes
That's it.
sense.
It
I
does.
hope that
It
makes
makes
sense. So
perfect sense. Perfect
if I'm
sense.
I'm able to
You're
give the
helping
time,
yesterday's
exactly.
version of you. That's
Because that's
perfect.
how you learn. So if,
That's how
and
you
I'm not
learn.
saying I'm not a guru at any of this, but I may be a step or two ahead of some people in the community
Come
that I can say,
on,
hey,
talk
if you can
about
do
that.
this, do this, do this, you can be where I am. And basically, if I'm helping those folks behind me, I'm learning at the same time. I can't
Yeah.
tell you from 2021, yes, January 2021 to now coming up 2026, the things that
Come
I've
on.
learned by doing this particular show. So I went from doing interviews to now being able to teach tutorials in that
Come
time.
on.
So
It's
now I
crazy.
got my stream deck going. I got the whole setup. I got questions. I got all these things. I like having guests. I mean, come on. I don't want to do a show without Kirk. He just adds so much to the show, you know, and then having guests come on. Those things are really big to me. However, I can also give great tutorials on how to when it comes to this content creation, and that's the
So
evolution
good.
over time of being able to work here on the stream show. I'm able to do what we're telling you guys to do. Sometimes you have to do it live. You might have to do it dirty until you
Come
can clean it
on.
up, and that's
Come
what you get.
on.
There's tons of shows that, to be honest with you, I said some wrong things. And I had to come back and say, you know what? I said that last week, and that wasn't absolutely right. It's actually
You sure right.
ABC. And you know what? I don't mind doing it that way because, you know, my heart's in it the right way. So I love to be able to do this. And when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And when I'm right, which is most of the time I am. Now, there's a couple of things I want to do really, really quick. Couple things I want to do really, really quick that's in the comments. So I want to be sure that I get all of this. And this may not be pertinent to it, but I'm just going to grab it regarding the Black Friday. 40% I received an email and replied. So waiting for them to get back to me. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to
You
wait on
got
that 40%, brother. You definitely want to wait on
yeah.
that.
They'll get back to you. They'll get back to you.
Yeah, viewership up to validate the value of it. Yeah, they do. They do. And
Let's go.
sometimes, like I said earlier, I have some shows that I thought was just downright great shows. And I'm looking at some of my analytics. I am. And I actually see shows from 2024 at my list of views under my playlist for 2025. And
Wow.
we're still talking about, you know, 100 views on some of them, 200 views on some of them, and they were 2024 content. I'm not mad at that at all, okay? I'm not mad at that at all. So I do believe some things will come up. But I want to share a couple of things, and then we're going to get into these questions. And while I do that, Kirk, this is the first question that's going to come up with your favorite episode, and this is yours personally in 2025. But let me go down some of the things I
From this
learned.
channel or from my own?
So it's going to be both.
Oh,
Either
okay.
way, what was your favorite show or episode you did in 2025?
Okay,
Okay,
cool,
so
cool,
think
cool.
about that. Think about that. We're coming up. So I looked at, excuse me, our traffic source for last year, and a lot of it came from browser features, okay, external links. So whether that was something that Ecamm sent out or something like that is out there, YouTube search, and then the fourth one was notifications. So if you're a subscriber and you get notifications, is that. Now, we'll tell you this, it was also I want to say a caution symbol under notification that sometimes that all of the notifications don't go out to all of the
Mm.
subscribers. I don't know why. They just had that as a disclaimer there all the time. People may not be aware that I'm on. Even if they are a subscriber, you want to do your very best job. If you subscribe, to be sure you hit the bell for notifications, okay? And I did hear at one point, it may be
Nice.
a rumor that you only get like maybe the last 3 people you hit the bell on. So you don't get, if you're subscribed to 1,000 channels, you're not getting 1,000 notifications, okay, about
You're
those
not.
channels. You're only getting so many of that. So you might want to hit the bell just to be sure you don't miss me on Sunday nights. So that's
Don't miss
important.
it.
Don't miss it. So this is very shocking to me, Kirk. This next one is, um, 96% of my audience is male. Can you believe that?
Really?
96%. So Marianne and Gretchen, who's been chiming in today, they are in the minority.
That is definitely surprising.
I'm like, where the ladies at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would think, I have a face for the Tzoop, and, the ladies would just be falling in droves.
Come
I
on.
don't know what's going on with that. So 96%, what's up, fellas? Thank you so very much for being locked into the show. And this may help as well because this will, man, we got a subscriber. I appreciate that.
We got a
I
subscriber.
appreciate that. Big shouts out.
Come on, let's go.
Ages 45 to 64. That's in my age demographic.
Really?
Yeah, that's in my age demographic. So I give you that. 45 to 64. So that's men, okay, that are watching us. All right. And while I'm doing this, you guys, check out your stuff as well. 56% are subscribers to the channel. So the people that watch,
is amazing.
56% of the subscribers to the channel actually watch the show. And 65% of those people that are watching on their computer. Interesting, huh?
That is amazing. They're watching on the computer.
They're watching on the computer. You know why? Man, listen, thank you. Thank you, Marianne, for representing. Somebody's got to hang out for the ladies. You missed that age bracket. Yeah, I'm sure you missed that age bracket. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my ladies are chiming in. And it's funny about the demographic. 75% of my audience is male, yet the live stream, so many people who are coming are female. Interesting stat. Very interesting stat. And my 2 ladies just chimed in, so that's it for me. Everybody else is males. And then 94% of the people that are watching from a Apple device, whether that's a phone or computer. 94%.
I didn't even know that stat was possible.
Yeah, it's possible. So I think the thing I was looking under was device. So they can break down the devices. And it was an iOS device or Macintosh. So I put those 2 numbers together, and it gave me the 94%. So there you go, guys. Thank you, fellas, for representing. Thank you, young ladies. Thank you, Marianne and Gretchen, for representing the ladies as well. So we got to do a ladies show, Kurt. Get those numbers up.
Wanderer says, what's the strangest device on your device list? Mine is that he has people watching on a PlayStation. Crazy.
Interesting. I had to go back and check that out. I'm not really sure. I have to check that out. There was about 10 or 12 different devices that I saw there.
Yeah. And that's definitely, talk about moving the needle. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's pretty cool.
I think so. So, this is really cool. So I have no idea how therapeutic the show is as well as your person. Oh, man, it's a place of content that allows my mind to be at ease. Well, thank you so very much for saying that. Like, that's a very interesting comment.
Come on.
Maybe it's the voice or the voices. My voice will never be as good as Kirk, but I try.
David Harvey official. I love it.
Man, thank you for saying that. Well, there you go. So for people that are watching this on app, so yes, Jeremy, good to see you too. I watched it on my Android today. Like, what are you doing, David? Why would you even have an Android? Like, what's up?
Now, I do have both. I do have both.
and you have a reason for doing that, right?
I do. I do. Yeah. The Android takes better pictures. Just that's simple and plain.
It is. It does have a better camera. People don't know it, but it really does.
It's just better. But iPhone takes way better video. Way better. So, there's that.
From my iPad too. I'm like, there you go.
Back
And the
video.
ecosystem that we have is there. I meant to be in a billion. My scene for Crystal Spectacular last screen using Ecamm, but I'm here watching YouTube. Hey man, that happens all the time. Like, welcome to the family. Like, we are so very distracted when we're supposed to do work and a video is on and we get distracted of what's going on in the video. It happens to me all the time. I have Doc up and Doc is talking about something and I'm working, but I'm listening to him and then they say something. I got to chime in. I just have to chime in. So I get it. So let's do this.
But
Let's go.
what I would also add there for Wanderer is that's my best way of doing the work is having DJ Strick up or Doc up or remember Mo Cephas back in the day, Keith Pelzer. He used to do a little show inside the community. I would watch him. And as he would do his thing, I would build out my scenes and I'd do different things. I don't know, this different people that used to do things in the community. I'd put them up, and that was my antidote for procrastination. Right. So that's how I was able to. So I would see the scenes that we're in right now. It's like, okay, yeah, I could do something like that. And it just kind of gave me motivation. I would definitely watch, Building Blocks, Anna and Fulgens. I would watch, just so many different platforms or shows would give me inspiration. I would watch CNN. I would watch ESPN. Gorilla Cross. I can't tell you how many inspirations I've gotten from him in terms of building out scenes and just different things. I mean, there's so many. It's just you just never can tell. Henny the Business. I used to watch some of his stuff. In fact, quiet as it's kept, the person who introduced me to Ecamm was Leslie Samuel. No, but I didn't know that's what it was called. I just knew he was using this software that was doing all this wizardry, and I was like, "What in the world is it?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's this thing called Ecamm," but I forgot the name. So then, a couple months later, I caught a video from Henny the Business. He was like, "Oh, by the way, this is the program I use to go live." And he did this whole deep dive, and I was blown away.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing blew me away. I was like, okay, I have got to go check out Ecamm. And I pulled it down, got a trial version, started playing with it, talked to the marketing team, Katie and company, and they were able to give me an extended period. Man, it was just amazing. And so, yeah, no looking back. But yeah, my point is, yeah, there's so many things I had to learn and, get on, figure out. But yeah, it was a whole learning curve. But yeah, those are some of the ways that I was able to stave off procrastination for myself. But yeah, man, definitely good stuff.
All right, guys, it's now the time for us to answer this question. What was your favorite episode in 2025? And the question is, every now and again, Kirk, I'm able to go back in the years and pull off my DJ voice. And I just did that, like, right off the top of my head. I thought I had lost it, and it's coming back to me.
No,
that
man,
being
you got
said,
it.
What was your favorite episode that you did in 2025? If you would go ahead and put that in the comments, I really would appreciate it. I will load it up. So again, what was your favorite episode that you did? And I've already talked about my favorite episode, Kirk, which is coming up to your show. Man, it was just a special, special day. I think the anticipation of actually driving up to being able to do it.
It was so dope.
And then getting in there and seeing your whole set, and very, very well done. Nice place, very cozy room to do it in.
Hey man, you saying all the words right now.
Comfortable, it just was a really, really good spot to do the work. And anytime we get together and we can geek out on what's happening.
Yeah.
I mean, we did all the bells. You had an opportunity to show your friend, Saturday morning, hey guys, come over to my house and let me show you what I got. And you were able to play all the games, and I was able to play the games with you, and to be able to do that in front of people.
It's the best.
I just thought it was like the coolest thing. So how about you, sir? Your favorite episode from 2025?
I got two different ones. I would say the stream show one first was the episode right after Creator Camp, where we kind of had like a bunch of people on and we were
Yeah.
showcasing different
Yeah.
videos, and it
Yeah.
was a ton of fun. I had a blast. I think we had like 30, 40 people, 50 people watching. It was crazy. So that was a highlight for me for sure. I really enjoyed that one. I was gonna say this episode was one of my favorites just because of how much you're talking about the other episode. But for my own
Yeah.
channel, I would have to say that it would be the launch of my podcast, which is
Okay.
the How It All Works podcast. That launch episode with my new co-host, I should say, Taina Nixon. I'm just proud of what we've been able to do there. It was a concept that we came up with, and it was just like, let's run with it, and we haven't looked back. Every Sunday, another episode drops. It's on a new channel, and it's literally called How It All Works. Works is spelled with an E, and it's just it's growing slow, just like what you would expect, but
Right.
it is growing. It is growing, and we got 23 videos are on the channel right now, 167 subscribers. But we have one video that has over 2,000 views. So
Wow.
there's just so many different things that have happened. But that is the reason why that one stands out to me the most, just because of the mental hurdles that had to overcome to get to the space where that was going to be one of my primary vehicles for content going forward. And so that's why it stands out to me, not because of that the episode did well or anything like that, but it's just kind of creating the framework. And just every time I look at this, I recognize that there's this huge growth experience that has happened over the past couple of years that have allowed me to be in this space now,
That's cool.
where I can do this podcast. So that's the one that stands out to me for sure.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So let's go here. Gretchen had one that she actually uploaded earlier. Most impactful show happened recently. Read on a book on kindness on World Kindness Day, and Bucket Filler basically went all in and launched a campaign uh, to make 2026 the global year of kindness. I have to kind of read it on the other page here.
Oh,
That being
nice.
said, Gretchen, thank you for adding that in as a comment for your show. I think that I don't know. I said it earlier. Anytime you can do something that shows some compassion and have kindness to other people is always a big, big deal. So thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing that.
Absolutely.
And I shared mine as well. And guys, again, we're going to be going through these things, and just want you to chime in. And if you can't type fast enough, guess what? We'll come back to you. So no, never mind on me moving past this. But what
Oh,
changed
yeah.
your
Answer the
work?
question.
Yeah, just answer the question. So, what tool changed your workflow this year?
Yeah.
This is a good one.
This is a good one.
What tool? Well, I said, well, I really did go all in on 2025 with using Chat GPT.
Yeah.
And I would say that tool kind of helped me from an idea standpoint and being able to flush out ideas. And most people may not tell you how they use it or what they use it for, but I'm going to tell you right now, ChatGPT does all of my titles and all of my description for the shows. I'm sorry, I'm not thinking about what the title of the show. I would tell them what I want to do, or what I'm thinking about, and they come up with the titles, and they come up and they do it right. So titles, description, and sometimes I even pull out thumbnail words, title for the thumbnail. All right, so it understands that those need to be between 3 and 5 words, and they keep it there. And they give me 5 options, I pick it. So it kind of gives me an idea of some structure and all of that. Now, it did have something that I had to pull out that it will always say in the thumbnail description, whether you're a longtime user of Ecamm or new to Ecamm Live, you will learn something. I did have to pull that out because it says it all the time. And, people are it's like one of the tag things. And I also stopped using the emojis. So I
Okay,
take
yeah.
emojis out of all of the text that it may give me, because
Yeah, I don't know why the
writes
emojis is a thing.
who writes with emojis? Does anybody write them with emojis?
I don't know why that's a thing.
I don't know. I've never written with emojis. I don't know why it's doing that. I can easily tell it to stop. I think I've tried to tell it to stop, but I just don't. It's a telltale sign. That's ChatGPT. It's
That is
ChatGPT.
absolutely amazing.
So that's one of the tools that I use. And let's go to the comments here, Kirk, while you think about
Yeah, there's a
what you
lot. There's a
have.
lot of comments coming in.
So, personal content fave would have be trivia live streams I did and do giveaways to people in my community while raising money for local animal shelters. Are you for real? That's really, really cool, man.
That's really
Congratulations
cool,
there.
Wonder.
And he's actually ended that with an emoji. So he writes with emoji. Yeah, Marianne said her two was Ecamm and ChatGPT. So one time for Ecamm and two times for
Pam, pam, pam,
ChatGPT. So,
pam.
oh yeah, yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Here, let me do this.
Oh no.
Okay, stop. This thing won't stop. Okay, every time I use that one.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's still going.
Are you serious?
So yeah, yeah. Ecamm for me has been a game changer, and I'm yet to dive deep into it. Hey, keep going, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't hit
Let's
that beat
go.
too hard, man. Come on, because that'll
Listen,
stop
I'm
me.
trying.
I am.
I'm
I'm a
trying my best.
DJ, man. I'm
I
a
know. I
DJ.
know. I know. I know. I know. I know.
I can't take
See.
it.
See. I know. I know. So, because that's why we all gotta. We gotta. we all gotta.
Uh,
We all gotta. We gotta load up.
oh, that's funny. I don't have
No.
mine
No.
like
Listen.
listed.
I
I
would
have to
say
figure
this.
them out. Go ahead.
David put Taja in the chat. Taja has been a game changer for me, but I would say it. What
Hold on. Let me
tool has
find
changed my?
Davis. Okay, here we go. I'm not using this.
Oh yeah, I use that heavy. That's. So you say you use ChatGPT. I use Taja for all my titles and descriptions. Now
Okay.
I fuss with it. I go back and forth with it. It also does my chapters and it does my SEO. So it gives me a base to work off of, which is really great. They have since added the ability to do clips. That's been a game changer for me. But I would say Skool
Are you
has
using that?
been the number one game changer for
Oh man,
me in 2025. Like literally,
I've been meaning to ask you about that as well.
wow. It's a lightning rod. I have people, my community was stagnant and not forget about live support. It was dead. I had a handful of very committed people in there and we would meet regularly, but I wasn't getting any interest. Nothing was happening. I had the same links. I put it the same call to actions. Nobody was going anywhere. I moved that community over to Skool. I had to get rid of the free option within a month because I was over 50 new people in the group. Got rid of the free
Oh
option. Now
man,
it's at
that's
$9.
awesome.
The bottom rung is $9. And Strick, I still have people signing up.
Wow.
And the way that the tool is built, the creator is center. The creator is center. And so it gives you the analytics. It tells you where they're coming from. It has membership questions. So in order to join my group, you have to enter these questions. And one of the questions is like, do you want to jump on a coaching call with me? And most people say yes. Oh
Wow.
my
I want to
gosh.
jump on a coaching call with you, Kirk. Let's do it. Ah.
It would be a mutual call. But
Right,
my point is,
right.
Skool has been a game changer for me. It has been a game changer. And just bringing people into my ecosystem, adding new people into what I do, and then being able to have a group of, like, when I go live on Wednesdays, every other Wednesday, I have a group that's in Zoom and already there because we've already been talking about all kinds of stuff an hour before we go live on YouTube. And then there's just all this FOMO and folks are just joining the group like, well, damn, let me get in there. So it's just, I love the way that it works. And when you pair Skool with Ecamm, oh gosh, it becomes exponential, y'all. Like
So you're able to live
Ecamm,
stream inside of school?
no,
Okay.
Skool has its own well, okay, you can live stream in school. That let me say it. Yes, you can live stream in school, but you use their live stream utility. I don't like it. I
Okay.
use Zoom, and school is fully integrated with Zoom, so meaning Ecamm is
You
fully
came in
integrated with
Zoom.
Zoom, so I have a full featured experience. And I mean, listen, bro, when I go have my live, when I have my coaching call on every other Wednesday, the community is notified by school. And then when you go into the platform, it's just like this red pulsating light, like, yo, Kirk is live. And you just have to click, boom, you're in. So I don't know. I know I could go all day and talk about this, but it has been
Man, that's
what's your
awesome.
school channel, Kirk? It's I think it's just my name. I think it's just my name. Yeah, school.com/Kirk R. Nugent. Yep, school.com/Kirk R. Nugent. School.com/Kirk R. Nugent. But yeah, it has been a absolute game changer for me. And yeah, I
Awesome.
mean, I'm just like that. I just looked at it now, 66 members and counting.
Wow.
Listen, I have it set up right now, Strick, where anybody that joins my school community, um, they through Zapier, it grabs their email address and drops it in Flowdesk, which is my new mail servicer because I dumped Kajabi altogether. So now they get a welcome email from Flowdesk and they're automatically added to my mailing list.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm done. I know I could just talk about this all day, but I'm so glad you asked the question because I had to, it forced me to really think about it. I was like, what have I
Right.
implemented new? And it just occurred to me like, oh yeah, I dumped Kajabi and I went with school. And by dumping Kajabi, that meant I had to I switched my website back over to WordPress because that's
Okay.
what my wife does. So I have an unfair advantage where that's concerned. I know for many people that's not a thing, but for me, my wife, yeah, we replicated the website in less than 24 hours. That's just to show you how, yeah. Anyway, so move my website over, move my mailing list over, and then my courses and my community, all of that is inside school. So
Wow.
it's changed the game for me. It's simplified my life. I'm so much happier
I love
with
that.
that
I
scenario.
love
So
that.
yeah,
So
that
so
too
let's
has
keep
been a
going.
game changer.
I wanna do a couple of things, guys. If I missed one of the comments that you have up there, please let me know, and I'll be sure to bring it down. But I think Craig has something.
Come on, Craig.
Let's see here. Pull up Craig's. All right, so my impactful show was sharing an interview with Dr. Elkins on helping families with autism. We talked about the medical program, and I think he said I meant to say medical waiver program. That's what's up, man.
That's what's up.
Great topic. Great topic. So I like that you had an opportunity to do that. And man, I'm sure people really got a lot out of that episode. Thanks for sharing. So let's see what the next thing is. What topic do you want to see more of in 2026? And maybe we'll streamline this to the stream show.
Stream
So
show.
if you're
Yep.
watching the stream show, what topic?
Yep.
So I think Philo asked us to do this earlier. Actually, do a poll. If I was thoughtful enough, I could have did this ahead of time and asked a poll inside of the comments. That being said, what topic would you like to see from us? What would you like for us to cover? And we'll be more than happy to do it. Kirk, you have any topic that you're planning to dive into in 2026?
I'm going to be going all in on the digital footprint. That's what I'm going to be doing in 2026. It's going to be all about the digital footprint and optimizing it. What are the things that you need to do to own it? A lot of people out here are leasing their impact, and I'm offering myself as an expert to help you to stop leasing your impact
Oh, that's awesome.
and to really own your digital footprint. So, yeah, man. What I would say about this stream show is I would like to see the stream show help people to find their value proposition and their target audience.
Okay.
I think that the number one thing, like I even mentioned this to some of the planners of Creator Camp. I don't want to say any names, but because I talked to a lot of people, but some of the planners of Creator Camp, I was like, I really feel like you could easily have a sign up sheet for one-on-one sessions where people could sit down with a coach like Strick or myself and really kind of hone in on what their value proposition is, and what their target audience is. Because
Cool.
when you have clarity on those two things, because you have the skills with Ecamm to create content in a way that feels natural to you. So now it's just a matter of, okay, I know how to use Ecamm. I know how to churn out content. The last 20, 30 videos on my main YouTube channel, youtube.com/KirkRNugent, are not edited. They're all done with Ecamm, and you would not know that they're not edited. So my point is that that's a lower bar for entry. So now it's an issue of who are you talking to and what transformation do you enable them to experience? I think that is where a lot of people struggle. And how do you stay on target and in focus on that particular target value proposition, especially as a human who has multiple different talents and skills and interests and passions? How do you stay on one? All of those things are what I think, I think you could absolutely find a space for yourself right here on the stream show, DJ, for if you really hone in on that. Go to the nth degree, like bring people on and just sit with them and be like, bro, let's dial it in. Let's figure out what your next 20 videos are going to be about on YouTube. Let's hone in on all the different pieces. I just feel like that could be a game changer.
I love
Talk
it.
about immense, crazy, ridiculous value. Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot. I think that's a great idea. I mean, you have my mind spinning here as you were talking. I'm like tons of ideas that are coming up. We did a show early on. We actually had a sign-up sheet that people could do electronically, like a Google sheet. They could sign up to actually do YouTube review channel. Basically, we were reviewing your channel. So to sign up to do one-on-one with Strick on the show, that may be a really, really good option. I think I can
really
turn
think
that
that'd be
around.
great.
I think I can turn that
Yeah.
around. We got a couple of comments here, so let's go. So
That would be
Jeremy
great.
is topics for Strick. You know what? This would be a great show because I would absolutely love to do it. It would probably take me a little setup because I don't have all of the
Let's
mics.
go.
But I would probably, what do you think a good option? Maybe 6 different mics? Maybe 6 different?
Listen, you could do 6, you could do 16. I mean,
know it.
who's
I know it.
gonna complain when mics start coming out, right? Nobody.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I just would want to do something that people. I would probably do the gamut, like microphones that you could afford, and I have to hit my sure people up to see if they can send me a couple mics
Oh
that I
yeah,
can do the
yeah.
episode.
Then you do a mic giveaway as well.
That part.
Ooh.
I would love a topic on how to become affiliate and or overthinking your content. I like both of those as a shows because you definitely can overthink the content, and affiliate stuff with Ecamm is really easy too. I can tell you all about that.
So you gave further context to the first part of that question, but I don't think that's what he meant. I don't think he's talking about Ecamm affiliate. I think he's just saying affiliate in general.
And that's even better because I do feel like
it's even better. Yeah.
I did just assume that, and I think I assumed that based on a comment he made earlier. So
maybe
way to catch that. Show options on what tools to use or ways to help guide a streamer into their niche.
Whilst also expand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a kind of a version of what I was talking about. Helping people to hone in on their target audience and their value proposition. Yeah. Riches are in the niches, man. Let's go.
Come on, I love that. So I would create a multi-choice checkbox type poll with a list of different topics for the question exactly with what I said earlier. Show I surveyed. Hey, listen.
The survey says.
Yeah. Perfect.
And that's another reason why I like school is because even for the masterclass I'm doing in a couple weeks, I asked the the community, out of these, which one do you want me to touch? And the YouTube success, a YouTube success masterclass got the most votes, so that's the masterclass I'm going to be doing in 2 weeks. So I'm with you 5,000%, but I also feel like, having a space like Facebook, like Ecamm has the Facebook group, I have my school community, having a space where you actually have a little more time to gather the votes, also makes it really helpful. But yeah, that's good.
Good stuff. So another topic I would like is how to use camera switchers and top-down shots content. Perfect, easy
So
stuff.
and here's my only pushback, Mr. Craig, is I would want to know, what kind of content are you creating? Why would you need a camera switcher? Why do you need a top-down shot? What kind of content are you creating? This is why I'm saying who your target audience and what your value proposition is always going to help to determine the types of things you need in your content. But to do, a top down, listen, we can, Strick can show you a top down right now. That's not a big deal. But I'm just wondering, what would you be doing? Are you going to be doing unboxing videos? Like, those are the kinds of questions that kind of come up when you start to talk through, some of that kind of thing. But hopefully that makes sense.
Because I
Yeah.
don't use a top-down shot with what we're doing most of the time. Like I don't have a need for it unless I'm doing like an unboxing or whatever. And my desk is also my real workstation, so it is very ugly and trashy right now. Like I got SD cards all over my desk
See,
right now. SD
I'm sh-
cards all over the place.
I'm showing both of my Android and my iPhone right now. You gotta have both. You gotta have both.
You gotta
But
have
yeah,
both.
this is top down. That's a top down. And then of course, camera switcher. When you say camera switcher, that's why I asked the question, what type of content do you do? Because I'm switching my cameras right now. And
Inside of Ecamm.
I'm just using Ecamm to do that. But I wouldn't necessarily even recommend a switcher if you're using Ecamm, because then you can't actually control the video the way that you want to. So
And most
there's a number
switchers
of,
are not 4K. Most are not 4K. And the ones that are
most
4K,
are not 4K.
and the ones that are 4K, they cost some money. Big time. You gotta pay
Yeah,
for that, brother. You
big
gotta pay for
time,
it. All right,
big time.
so
You're gonna be
here's
at
the next one.
1080p.
Content creators, what did you learn in 2025?
What did I learn in 2025? That's good. I think the number one thing I learned in 2025 is um it, the there's a ridiculous exponential benefit of investing in yourself. I entered a
Say that
coaching
one more
program in
time. Say that one more
2025.
time.
There is a ridiculous exponential benefit of investing in yourself. I entered a coaching program in 2025. Um, and what it cost me, I don't think in my wildest dreams I would have ever imagined paying that amount of money. But having done that, I have more than 10x what I invested
That's awesome.
based on the information I received in that program. And it becomes this, there's a mindset shift that takes place. Um, Yeah, I would even dare say, if you're struggling to charge what you're worth, it's because you haven't invested in yourself to the tune at which you're expecting others to invest in themselves by paying you. And so that has been a major unlock for me this
That's
year.
awesome, man. That's awesome,
Yeah.
Kirk. I feel we said this in 2025. I know we've said it in one of the shows. The importance of investing in yourself and having people that you could actually follow their lead and learn and listen. There's just some small nuances that you don't know until you get into those rooms. I'm not saying that there's going to be a great aha, but sometimes the great aha is so internal. It's like such a small
Yeah.
detail that changes
Yeah.
a personal mindset you have on what
Mindset.
you're doing that it
Yeah.
just kind of explodes. It kind of explodes. So thanks for sharing that. I learned a
Yeah.
lot in 25. And so one thing that I did learn which is different in 24. And I think in 23, I started doing episodes with the stream show. So I want to keep this stream show topic wise. And we was basically doing 10 to 13 shows for a season and doing 4 seasons inside of the year. I'm hoping that all that kind of the numbers work out. I know it was 10 shows and then we would break and all of this. And last year, in the summertime, my wife's schedule got so busy that I basically took off the end
Mhm.
of May, all of June, and the first couple of weeks in July. And that was a long time to be away
Mhm.
from the audience. So basically, by the time I got back in July, I had to rebuild my audience on this show. It wasn't the hardest thing in the world to do, but it was a definite momentum stopper.
Yeah.
So what now my mindset is I don't have to do every Sunday, but I want to pace it a little better. And based on some of the things that I'm doing, like from a live show standpoint, I just want to pace it better so that I don't have to have 2 months off in the summer. Now, I love the 2 months off in the summer, but I really could have did like some specialty shows in between.
Yeah.
Some specialty shows that I had planned out like 2 weeks and then a specialty show and then another 2 weeks. Something to keep the audience knowing what's going on and better communication with the audience.
Yep.
It was planned, so it wasn't that it wasn't planned, but I just didn't plan well, and my mindset has changed on doing the episode and taking breaks. Okay.
Love it.
I
Yeah.
want to be able to be a little bit more consistent for everybody. And that's going to be a little bit more work on me. But the more shows I do, the more time I go into the gym, the better I get.
The better you get. Love that.
So that's something that's on my mind for 2025. So let's see here. Learn consistency isn't it's very people love that the more than the consistency. Once you stop being consistent, you disappear really fast. You really do. You really do. And
Listen, that truer words could not be said. When you,
right.
yeah, inconsistency, you disappear.
I've learned the power of planning and understanding that nothing will go according as Listen, it is important to plan. And yes, you gotta be ready because it will not go, especially if you're live streaming, brother. I don't care. I don't care what you're
Bruh,
doing.
you're live
It's not
streaming.
gonna go
It's not
as
going to go
planned.
according to plan.
Man, I will tell you this though, Kirk. Over the years of doing this show,
Mhm.
I don't get nervous. I don't get as nervous. This is me going into the gym enough to when
Yeah.
things don't go right. So when I know I'm not having guests, like when I have guests, I have to be concentrated starting at 5:30 because my guests are gonna come in no later than 5:40. So I
Mhm.
got 10 minutes to get everything together because I know once they come in, there's no setting up. I just need to be ready to communicate with them
Right.
4 to
Talking to
10
them.
minutes before the show, right?
Mhm.
And now, man, like where I used to have to break so early, I have it timed out with my prep so that by the time I hit the show, I am ready to go because I am prepped, researched, and ready to go with the show with my, like I'm using my slides each show now. Like I'm doing something with a slide each show.
I love
It's
that,
just
man.
part
No,
of the show now.
I love the live motion of it. I love, you're integrating, you're incorporating the features as we go. I mean, your show is it's kind of a live demo of
That
what the
part.
platform can do. And so I
Right.
love that as well. You're utilizing the features in a great way. Um, the ironing board show before Creator Camp, I just remembered. Come on, David Hunt. That was pretty awesome.
I need to go back and clip that.
That was crazy. Showing the behind the scenes of that was crazy, man.
Yes, it
That was good.
is. Life is
But
live.
yeah,
Yes, that is definitely a t-shirt, brother. You need to use that.
life
Preparation
is
removes
live.
all doubt. And it does. Being prepared does kind of get you in the right place, in the right headspace to where you're not kind of figuring it out. I've always learned that perfection isn't key. Showing up. Yeah, that
Showing
part.
up. Showing up is key. Wanderer's got it, man.
Yeah.
Wander is on it tonight, man. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So I believe that, how do you want to say this? This is one of the things that the reason why I'm doing the stream show right now. It's showing up.
Showing up.
And as I've showed up over the years, there's some shows that I didn't prepare well for. Guess what? I don't want to do that again. I'm just sitting up here live and talking. I don't know what I'm talking about, so let's prepare. So it made me prepare better. It made me be better because I wanted to do the one thing, which is show up. Now, why am I showing up? I'm showing up for the other Ecamm fam members that need that extra help, that extra push. And those are tons of people that have paid the yearly subscription to Ecamm and haven't gone live yet, haven't recorded anything with the system yet.
Haven't used the platform.
Haven't used the platform at all. There's tons of them, right? So what I want to do is just make sure I put myself in a place of support for those people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not I've got it all done. I got a lot of shows under my belt, yes, but I'm still learning some of the easy cues. I'm learning so much that I've actually learned something on this show, Kurt. You know what I learned on this show? I've learned that I need a new chair in my studio. This is the last time I'm going to move, and this thing squeaks on me, man. Like, every time I move, you can hear it. But I do other things, and I'm quiet on the set. I have to mute my mic, because I don't mute my mic and I'm quiet on the set, they're going to hear, like, what is all that going on? I probably need to tighten some things up, because I haven't tightened the chair up since I've had it. But just the mindset of, you know what? I've done this long enough. It may be time to invest in a better chair.
What you're saying right now is exactly what I'm talking about. It's setting yourself up for success, and making the investment. Like I feel like we've passed the hobby stage. We're no longer just having fun with this thing, man. Like, man, earlier today, I had a good friend. He was coming in town to produce a event, and his flight was delayed. Calls me, he's like, bro, can you cover for like 2 hours because my flight's delayed? I go to the event, I cover using Ecamm, and when we're leaving, he slides me an envelope, says thanks. These are skills that are netting you income, is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
And I do think that it is high time that we invest in creating the systems and the infrastructure so that we can be successful with it.
I've gotten clients, Kirk. I've gotten clients based off of me going live with Ecamm.
That's it.
Hey, Strick, man, you look so good. I got something coming up. Can you do this? Which is a little different than what they see me do, but they just wanted to ask the question to be sure I could do it or not. And guess what the answer to the question is? Yes, I can. I can do that.
The answer is yes, and then you figure it out. The answer
the time,
is, but the answer is always yes. So I just think there's something to be said. I like this chair that I have now. I had 3 chairs before this one, and each one of them broke in the same place, like right around here. I didn't understand what was. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what chair I bought.
Well, but Kirk, I can tell you how you can break it there, but then we may have to do that offline. But never mind. It's possible to break the chair right there, but you know we have to talk about what you guys are doing over there.
What are we doing? What are we doing on here? But I reached out to my guy Laz Curry, Anthony Santana. And I was like, bro, what chair do you have? And he told me he sent me the link. He didn't even have the affiliate. He got it from Office Depot. He's like, this is the chair. And I was like, dude, is it good? He's like, I have 2 of them. Wow. Because the first one is so good that my wife stole it. And I now have it. And I was like, is the first one still working? He's like, 10 years later, still working.
Wow.
I didn't even ask any more questions. I went to the Office Depot and I bought the chair. And now, bruh, I love it. I love it. I can sit here for hours. Yeah. So yeah, no, all of those things are, you know, was the chair more than I'm used to spending on a chair? Yes. But I'm setting myself up for success. I'm setting myself up for success. And so I'm going to make the investments because this is not a game for me. This is a business for me. And I mean, I get it. Some of you guys are not in that space, but I think for those of you that are, you got to stop treating it like a mom and pop joint and syndicate. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, brother.
You got a franchise, man.
So the best chair. Okay. We got the Miller. Sitting machine.
Herman Miller sitting machine. I have checked that one out. I have checked that out.
Okay. So
I
so
saw the
so
irony.
yeah.
The,
So let's
the
do this
irony
one.
board set up.
Oh, that was a crazy show. That was a
Oh
crazy
my
show.
word.
What worked? What didn't? What's next? So let me be honest with you. What worked was the showing up. What didn't work for me was the summer too long of a break. And what's next is homing in on the content that really makes sense for the stream show and the Ecamm family. Now, I will tell you this one thing that I am doing that's really next. And I think I haven't done a great job of integrating my audience with the stream show because it's the
It's,
Ecamm audience. But I do
it's
feel
true.
like my audience could get a lot out of the stream show content, and they will
Totally
be
agree.
able to see me do some different things. I had a friend of mine come on, Kirk, from here, and he came in and was watching people from all over the world comment, and
Hmm.
just kind of blew him away because he didn't know about the stream. He knew I was doing the stream show on Sunday, but he didn't. I never really told him all of the details. So when he came on, it was like, "What in the world is this, Strick? What are you doing?" And
Wow.
not just to show off for him, but to be sure that I'm maximizing my time and also introducing people. So just like I have this shot with the QR code, I do think that eventually I may have to put a code in the corner for people that, and the link in the description for the affiliate. The link for Ecamm is in the description. I just probably have to say that a little better that they can find that.
Okay.
I think it's in my bio to connect. Strick
Yeah.
that bio, that link, and then when you get in there,
Yeah.
you can actually have a trial run of Ecamm. I probably need
Hmm.
to do a better job of that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
What's working?
what worked, what didn't,
Yeah.
and what's next?
I kind of answered a piece of it, so hopefully this will be a little quicker. But what worked is not staying with what I've always done.
Okay.
Yeah, because I really struggled with the whole concept of leaving Kajabi because it was working, but after testing out school for like 3 weeks, I was like, maybe it's not working. So
Right.
I not being comfortable and launching out to try something new. That's what worked. What isn't working, what didn't work is staying in my comfort zone and staying in my own circles, not
Right.
finding newer circles, bigger circles to get into, like the coaching program that I talked about. So as I was saying, I kind of answered both with the whole school moving from Kajabi to school, and then of course getting the coach. But what am I gonna do, or what's next? What's next? What's new is trying to cut down the amount of time it takes to take action.
I like that.
Trying to cut down the time it takes to take action, not to get more information, not to plan to take action, not to plan to launch, but the cut down the amount of time it takes to take action. That's
Okay.
that's one of my goals. Yeah.
I like that. So from concept to delivery, making sure that's shorter. I get it. I get it. That's good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go to the comments
Yeah.
here because I have a few. We talked about. You're right now. I have to talk to my wife. You know, good luck with that, brother. Good luck with the talk with the wife,
Good
Craig.
luck. Hey, but hey, listen, man, bring her along for the journey, man. You never can tell.
Yeah,
You
you
never can
never can
tell.
tell. Hey, have her sit in the chair too, right? What worked? My style of live streaming. What didn't?
Yeah,
Not
I like this one from
promoting it
Wanderer.
correctly. What's next? More direct community engagement. Very, very thoughtful. Great idea. If I didn't
Can I
know,
can I can I can
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
can
go
I say
ahead.
something to Wanderer real quick?
Yeah,
Depending on you're right on the right street. You're right on the right street in terms of not promoting it correctly, going into the communities, and I think that you're right on the right street with that more direct community engagement. I was on a coaching call with a client recently, and that was what I asked him to do was like, who your target audience is now. there are a ton of those kinds of groups, both on school and Facebook, that you can go into for free and begin to engage and talk about what you're passionate about. So you just need to go and start doing that. But one of the things I had to caution him about was don't just go in there and spam them, right? Don't just go in there and say, hey, here's my video, here's my video, here's my video. Come check out my live stream. Go in there and actually add value. Go in there and actually, get this, ask a question and
Right.
facilitate real discussion. I think those are the ways that you really move the needle, and let other people, tag and post and say, hey, did you know that Wanderer has a live show where he talks about this and this and this? That's that I think is a really great strategy, one that a lot of us should employ. There's a lot of different ways that we can enhance that. Absolutely.
So
Great comment, man.
you're right, Kirk. I was making the mistake of waiting for people to come to me and the channel instead of me going to
Go
them.
to them.
Good stuff. Good
That's it.
stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I think that's great. Great advice. Great way of thinking. If I didn't know any better, I would think the stream show as a video podcast without a call-in number for questions from the live callers. But we really do
Except
have
that
it.
we Zoom. You got to
It.
call in, man.
So one thing that I've really tried to really hammer on, especially when the feature dropped, was the Zoom integration where people can actually come into Zoom and I can bring them up, answer their question. They can go, or they can stay and be in the Zoom and actually watch from the Zoom.
From Zoom.
And maybe I could do a better job of, reminding people they could do that. People are so afraid of turning their camera on and their lights. They're not streaming already, so to come on the show means they got to try to put this stuff together and look good. So I'm thinking that we do a better job of communicating that it doesn't matter what you look like. Come on, and if it's not right, we can kind of help you through that. Be in a place where people. I started to show off tonight saying that this is a safe place. And I was saying that for my regard because I'm sharing some material today about things that didn't work. Who wants to do that? But I think it's important that we all be willing to have a space where you can be a little vulnerable and not just for yourself, but for other people. Like to tell people, this didn't work for me. I thought it was a great show. And people didn't watch it. Whether I didn't promote it enough or whatever. You just have to be thoughtful of that. Yes, definitely promote that more, Strick. I didn't know that there was a Zoom integration in the show. There is definitely a Zoom integration, and it is part of my opening commentary. But guess what? Guess who's there in the opening? The replay people, not the people that are there live, right? So I need to say
it's so true.
Say it a little more. So the replay people are there in the beginning, but guess what? They can't use the Zoom because they're in replay. It's a live show. So I definitely do a better job, maybe making a note or a reminder, like a good 20 minutes in, to say, hey, guys, if you want to come in to kind of share this, we could keep doing it. And to keep reminding you, keep reminding us while you're live. There you go. I like that. I like that.
What you could also do, Strick, just drop a ticker on the bottom. It just says, hey, if you're with us live, join us in Zoom. Link is in the description or something like that. But just have that thing scrolling the whole time. That could be dope.
And I will say that, Kilo, so all of my groups, even the stream show, it is very exclusive, sir. Everything I do is exclusive. I'm sorry. But it's open to the public. It's just exclusive when you get in. There's a party going on over in the Zoom that you have no idea about. But thank you for saying that. It's not exclusive it is an exclusive Zoom room for the Ecamm show. The stream show on Ecamm Live. Okay, so it is actually my Zoom that I'm sending the link out for this integrated into Ecamm so that I can see and bring you on to Ecamm from that Zoom, which I think is a great tool, especially if you're building like webinars and all of that, and you have, say you got 20 people and you want 5 people from the 20 to come on the screen, you tell them to turn their cameras on, and then you're able to turn their cameras on so you can see it in Ecamm. So if someone turns their camera on and you don't want them in Ecamm, guess what? You don't have to turn it on. You're so much in control of the whole thing. So I really like the integration, and I like what it all offers. That being said, we've been talking for a while now, Kirk.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add as a wrap up for tonight?
Man, I think this is such a great show. What you've done to, the questions you've asked is great questions for all of us to ask. To take a look at the analytics, to take a look at how we perform. I would just add this as a means of a pushback. I wasn't on earlier when you were talking about some of the shows that didn't do as well. I wouldn't just promote them. I would also relook at the packaging, relook at the title and the description and the thumbnail and how you packaged it. And because I think there's gold in each one of these episodes. It's just a matter of how do we win the click. And then once we've won the click, how do we hold their attention? So I would say that to anybody that's listening. Even if if a video is low performing, watch the video and be honest. Is the video a good video? And if you could say, no, I feel like some of the stuff that's in here, and I think that's what I'm hearing you say, Strick, is that the stuff in some of I thought it was a dope video. I heard you say that while I was driving home. I thought this was a great one. I was like, yeah, that's actually a great video. So now it's a matter of, okay, maybe we need to play with the thumbnail. Maybe we need to play with the title and this SEO. Maybe we need to make some of those changes. And that's what I want to say as a way of means of us landing today is like, at this time of year, go back and review and don't be afraid to tweak. Don't be afraid to tweak. I watched a podcast this last week and the guy was like, in the first couple of days of him dropping this video that literally went viral on his channel, that video was a dud. It was 10 out of 10 on YouTube. It wasn't performing well. And about 4 days after he had released it, he changed the title and he changed the thumbnail and he went to sleep. When he woke up the next morning, that video had 10,000 views, and that video went on to have almost 900,000 views.
Wow.
And it blew up his entire channel. All of his other videos started to go. What I'm saying is, if you know there's gold in the video, don't be afraid to mess with the packaging, mess with the title, mess with the thumbnail. Try to figure out a way to win the click. And then once you've won the click, make sure you hold their attention, so that they can actually get to where the value is. If you know there's value in the video, it's just a matter of figuring out how to package it in a way that the algorithm is going to pick it up. So maybe that's another thing that, could be talked about. But going forward, man, as you review, think about some of those things as well. Because content, you put the time and effort and energy in. And honestly, I know for a fact, Strick, that some of those videos you talked about, they could save some people's lives, literally.
I think so. So the bad one was... okay, yeah, it's down here. Your story, like telling your story, how to tell your story.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. Podcast
That's a
Heroes,
phenomenal.
Another one, my repurpose video didn't do so well. I think it was the timing because I really put a lot of energy into that. UGC, user-generated content, those are things we need to know, and content strategy. All those were great content shows, but I think you're right with the title. Excuse me, your like thumbnails and all that kind of stuff, working on the title.
Right.
But this is where I may be missing it, and I'll pull up the Wanderers. Do you promote the stream show on Ecamm's Facebook page? I don't recall seeing a link there. And those are things where I am missing it on Sundays. Or through the week. So putting it up on Friday or even posting about it, I don't do a good job on inside of that channel. And to be honest with you, I may have a few more people from my page that may have showed up today because I did put it on my Facebook page. So keep the stream show going next year, mate. I will do that. It is my job to kind of help us continue to go in 2026. We will be celebrating all of 2026, 5th year anniversary of the stream show, and love having the opportunity to do that.
I gotta ask Kilo D Bravo, what was your YouTube handle before? I'm blanking. I know that you've been rocking with the stream show and with me for years and years and years. I just can't remember your old handle. I can't remember. You have the same image. I just can't remember the old handle. So if you could share that with us, that'd be great. I know we're about to land, but it's been bothering me this whole time. I'm like, man, what is his old handle name? Because I couldn't figure it out. All right.
Hey, Jeremy, next time, no worries. We'll have you on, sir. I knew you would love to be here, and I would love to hear some of your commentary as well. That's Kerwin. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Kerwin.
Okay, yeah,
My
yeah.
gosh, that's it. Corwin Bornell. I mean, goodness, I'm just sitting there like, what the heck? How do I not remember this guy's original name? All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Always good to see you, my guy. You're
Definitely.
definitely a real one for sure.
And adding to my 96% male ratio. So thank you so very much for that. I'm going to do a show next year. I'm going to have to bring on I'm going to bring Stephanie Garcia back. And maybe that's why I have a lot of guys watching the show. Maybe Stephanie did it, you know.
Yeah,
But we got,
maybe.
yeah. So I had to bring her on, and maybe I'll be 100% male viewership at that point. But I would definitely do a show focusing on women content creators.
Let's
I
go.
gotta do it because guys
I
will
think-
still watch it. We would love to know who the women content creators are. So perfect. It's in my mind. All right.
I got a couple names for you for that one.
Yeah,
Got a couple
man.
names for you.
I'm gonna go after it.
Yeah.
Because I do think that especially with the demographic, that we could do a better job. Thank you, sir, for the show. I watch you both all the time, but never come in it. We'll do better. Thank you, Craig, for coming through, man. It's a big deal.
Come on, man.
love the
Appreciate
fact
that, Craig.
that you're
Really
here.
do.
And you're part of the community, brother. So come on in. And the one great show, lads. Thank you guys so very much for coming through and watching the Stunt. Kirk, any last words?
No, man. Listen, make it a great one. Come on back and hang out. Let's sing some Christmas carols on the 21st?
The 21st. I'm gonna do that. I'm telling
David Hunt,
Katie,
man.
I'm reaching out to Katie and Paula and telling, hey, you know what? I gotta have Jill on. So David and Jill together, man, can shut down Ecamm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lauren, you should have Laura as well, dude. She's a phenomenal singer.
Clapton, so she can help us sing as well.
Yeah, she's phenomenal.
And quiet as kept, Doc Rock can carry a tune.
Doc Rock can carry a tune. Listen, don't get it twisted. Doc Rock can carry a tune. So yeah, definitely for sure. Make sure.
And I can have my wife play the flute on a song or two.
Ooh, you listen. This is setting up to be a really dope show. So okay, I'm excited. I'm excited now. Yeah, for sure.
Hey guys, all this is coming up in December. I'm taking off next Sunday because I will be on holiday, on vacation, going somewhere warm for a little bit, and then I'll be back for the. So I'll be setting up this next show, our Christmas show with the Christmas choir, doing some caroling and playing and having a good time. Don't miss it.
Let's go.
I'll be guaranteed to have some women on the show. All right, guys, this is it. I'll see you on the 21st. Thank you, Kirk. Hey, this is DJ Strick, and I would like to thank you for watching another edition of The Stream Show.